Joining me now with more via Skype is journalist Zvi Zilber. Zvi, thank you so much for joining us for being with us right now. My first question to you is, how is this going to really affect Russian-Israeli operations and cooperation in Syria going forward?
Hello and good holidays. I am not a military expert, but what I can say, Israel and Russia were allies for 3, maybe 4 years. And now is a question that we ask, what has changed? Why the reaction of President Putin and Russian Federation is so hard for example, when Turkey did the same thing. They were downing the Russian plane. The reaction of Russia was not so hard like now. But what has changed, Russia now feels very, very isolated because of sanctions, because of the politics of the United States and also the European Union, because of Crimea, because of what they've done, their spies were done in Salisbury, and many, many things. We hear a lot of lies from Moscow, from Kremlin, but from the other side, they feel very, very isolated. And contemporary Russia looks more and more like the Soviet Union, but the Soviet Union have got a lot of allies, satellites. Now Russia is almost alone, and their allies now is Assad and Iranians. Two options. I see two options now. First option, they need a trigger to downgrade their relationship with Israel, to show their loyalty to Iranians, or maybe in this situation they challenged by Iranians, challenged by Assad, and in this situation they have no another exit like to do the measures like this. I'm not military expert, so I don't know what is the meaning, the real meaning of all these measures. I don't know, but maybe it is much ado about nothing. I don't know, but from the other side.
Do you think? Well, so let me ask you, Zvi. Do you think that this could all maybe just be a political game? I mean, as you said earlier, do you believe that that Moscow would be above fabricating evidence? Because we heard earlier from the Defense Ministry that they have evidence and radar evidence that shows Israeli planes were in or near Latakia long after they said they were. That the target of Latakia being in western Syria was not what Israel told Russia they were going to be striking. Is this fabricated just to upset Israel and get on the side of the Iranians? As I just told, we hear a lot of lies from Moscow last time, a lot of lies about 2 spies in Salisbury, about a lot of things. So in the report that we heard from the Ministry of Defense of Russia, they even didn't mention the report of Israeli Air Forces that the commander of Israel, of the IDF Air Forces, Mikam Norkin, brought to Moscow. Even didn't mention it. They didn't mention that their plane was downing by Syrian rocket, by Syrian air defense system. So the second X of the situation, on my opinion, is propaganda. The propaganda for Russian people and also for the international area, that they cannot confess that it was their blunder. All right. Well, Zvi, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your insights with us. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait and see how this unfolds.
Thank you.